What's up, everybody? How are you doing this fine evening? I'm doing well, and I hope you're doing well as well. Today we're going to look at Angie, a WordPress AI from Elementor. It feels like MCP from what I've seen so far, and today we're going to look at it. Let me check if everything's working as expected. Let me know in the comments and down in the chat if you are here. That we know that the sound is okay and that we can see, that you guys can see me at least. Sup, Jimmy, how are you doing? Nice of you to join. Test back. Hello, little brother. I tried to tap my my second screen. That doesn't work. Let's see. I love the light today. It's awesome. Thank you. I've put the backlight, put it off because my girlfriend is watching TV behind the TV. So, but she has headphones on, so it will be fine. Hello there as well. Hello, little brother. Nice of you to join. So nice to see that everything is working. And today I want to look at this right here. It's called Angie, and Angie is the AI, agentic AI for any WordPress website. They claim it completes hours of manual tasks in minutes, so we can ask to bulk upload from a CSV file. You see some kind of things, and this is the first time that I'm watching this as well and seeing how this works. In the previous live stream, we came across Angie and I was like, that sounds interesting. We need to try it out, and that's what we are going today. So we can ask Angie to code, brainstorm on these, improve layout. Very, very nice to see how that works. Launch, instill what's missing, and doing all kinds of things. So it's web creation reinvented. It's the MCP powered AI engine. They even call it MCP. So I'm very cool. She doesn't hear you, so so I'm just lurking it today. Little keep. Thank you. Thanks very much, little brother. It's fine. But yeah, MCP powered. I'm very curious in what kind of MCP power it will deliver, and that's what we will discover today. Here we have a nice tab that shows the WooCommerce Gutenberg. Generate format new sections, update headings. Ooh, we're definitely going to test that. If it works outside of Elementor, that's a very big shift. We can create an events calendar when using events calendar. So it even integrates with other plugins, even ACF, so we can test it as well. Control of your WordPress custom fields and associated data plugin and give WP. So we should just give it a go, right? Angie is free for now to get started. I can imagine that at some point they will ask money for it because AI is expensive. But during a trial period where people can test it out and people like me can make videos about it, I can see that it will be free. If you want to check it out as well, please try to use the link in the chat. So if you decide to purchase Elementor or want to give a try of Angie, then I get a little commission where I can do these kinds of live streams, and hopefully in the future Elementor will sponsor these kinds of live streams as well, so that we can even do more explorations. That would be awesome. Maybe I should ask them. What do you guys think? Let's put it in the chat. There you go. If you use that link, there will be no extra cost to you, but I'll get a small commission, and it helps my channel and me. Then I can hopefully one day purchase even more plugins that we can explore during the live stream. That would be awesome. I wouldn't be. Now that we have said all that, let's see. I've installed Angie. I've installed Elementor Pro, and this is the greeting screen that you get when you open WordPress. So as you can see, I can press WordPress, and then we go into the dashboard and we get a nice Angie tab. And also here we have Angie as well. we can, I am not sure where to start, so let's set the site title. Oh, all right, it opens there. It wasn't clear to me that immediately here in the left corner, the chat was already filled. Let me zoom in a little so that you can see that too. I want this, change the site title to Elementor's awesome MCP. And let's see what happens. This is for me also the first time that I'm using the Elementor MCP. I've used AutoKit MCP in the past within Claude and also what's it called? In Cursor. And if you want to see that, you can see that on my YouTube channel. I will leave a link in the description if you're replaying this. For now, I don't know where I can find it. The site title has been successfully updated. All right. I didn't see any changes right here, but look at that. It has changed it. That's really nice. All right. What's the next thing we should do? I want to set a home page. I want to create a home page with an hero section, feature section, and I don't know, testimonial section. It's for a home page about Elementor MCP. So we're going to try out and see how this could work. Could we create the page, and does it create all the elements that we need, for example, for the homepage? Well, it says it is generating homepage content for Elementor MCP. And that's because we want it to be about Elementor MCP, as we can see right here. If we have time during today, I also would like to look at Telex. Telex is the AI generator created by Automatic itself, which creates amazing, what's called, WordPress blocks. And here is an example for that. Because, yeah, confetti mode. And you can just edit. They have a remix button as well. I think that's really smart. You can download it and you can go into the editor. Ooh, look at that, rainbow confetti mode. This would be awesome for some snowflakes. Like you sometimes see, or a long time ago you see that I saw this as well. I have the feeling that my chat isn't working or nobody's responding. So I'm going to check that really quick while we watch the confetti fall. They fall on my head. Let's see. Is everything working as expected? There's the chats. Looks like nothing's wrong. It's what it is. So that's fine. I'm curious, have you ever used something like AI or MCP? If you're on YouTube, you can answer the question. You used CP or AI in your workflow? You can start a poll. Because for me, I'm seeing that I'm using AI more and more, especially Cursor. It's amazing to do tiny bits of code snippets or some CSS that I can't find out. And I'm also using a Comet if I'm in trouble, if I can't find what kind of CSS I want to use. A very easy example is CSS for undo styling for what's called UL. And this is usually what they come up with. Set the list type to disk, and here they unset everything. I don't see that it's undo, but yeah, I think you get the gist, right? Let's see. Ooh, it has created something. I encountered an image while trying to create a homepage. It seems there was some technical issue with Elementor plugin. Open page in Elementor and menu to verify and adjust the hero feature. All right, let's see. And did it create the... it looks like it created something. And we can edit with Elementor, of course. Skip. We can ask it to try again. Let's try again. To do that again for this page. And that's usually what you do when asking something. Ooh, look at that. It's processing something. It's going to do. Homepage section are being generated in Elementor editor. Ooh. Ooh, the texts are in there. And then you can reject it. Also has some versions you can pick from. It looks like it uses default styling, so that's good. Then you can go into the site settings to change them. And I hope with editor v4, which perhaps we can look into today as well, it will be even better. Generating texts. Get started with Elementor MCP. This looks good. Get started with and transform your IDs into reality. Ready to elevate. This is really an AI word. But that's what you get when you use AI, right? Be very sharp and keen on that. When you see AI, when you ask AI to generate text, you get this. We can add a container with Copilot. All right, let's add the next container. I'm curious what we'll do. This feels like vibe coding within Elementor. Within Elementor, I'm sorry. By the way, grab your tea, of course. This is time tea, because it's time for tea. Again, it's getting colder outside. Why choose? So this is like a services section or like features. Features testimonial. Sections are generated. You should soon see suggestions. Please adjust. Of course I will adjust. This looks great as well. Ooh, user-friendly interface. It is user-friendly. And responsive design. We can ask to add another container. I wonder how many times we can ask it to add some more. Now, I'm not like really fan of what's being created right now. It's pretty basic and not according to my taste. Let's accept that one as well. But that's the fun thing about these kinds of things. It's still an Elementor and you can make changes to it. Time T for time. You're welcome, Jimmy. I hope you're still alive though. Maybe I should create some time merch as well, because it's one of my favorite teas. I really like it. We can just keep on pressing. Please add more. And this is the fun thing about using Angie as an MCP server, because we can now create all kinds of sections and make changes to them, but also physically change the position of the buttons or the text. You can do all kinds of changes right now. And you're not constrained with what the builder allows you to do, like in bold. I see that a lot. I think Reno is going to like it, but let's be fair. The output isn't that great as of yet, but you can have a basic kind of thing right here that you can import in Figma and then try to do it again. That would be cool. A quote for your merch. Time for tea. I saw another good one not so long ago. You son of a beach. It's a very, very, very old one, actually. Oh, no, it's itchy. It is Italian man goes to Malta. That's a very golden old one. I will share it in the chat because Malta. Italian man goes to Malta. You son of a bitch. I'm going back to Italia. Let's see. My YouTube search doesn't work. It looks like it's broken. I press enter and nothing happens. Well, you can search it yourself. I will put it in the chat. Italian man goes to Malta. Nice. One a day I'm going to Malta. So we can let AI generate even more what we want, and you can make changes to it. Oh, we can adjust the design. Can we ask Angie to adjust the design? Create a different site setting so that site settings, or I don't know, what color should we use? Orange as the accent and black. Slightly dark gray for the headings. Headings and lighter gray for the text, and even lighter gray for the background. I'm curious. Italian man goes to Malta. Get started with Elementor MCP because I really don't want to do anything. So this is live. We don't adjust things. What I see here is that the first hero section, it already freaks me out a little bit because this is an H5, which shouldn't be an H5. It should be either a paragraph or a span or a div. I think I would made it a span. And this is an H2, but this should be the first thing that people see when they come up the website. Secondly, because this is a span, it now in the HTML falls under this section right here. So we need to put it in this order so that the HTML itself makes sense. And then visually, we want this to be the first one. So we put it up there. And now the hierarchy makes sense, right? Also from a technical aspect. Let's see. It has changed the color. Have been updated, but I don't see them yet. Ooh, it can do things without me seeing it. That's a little bit scary as well. If I don't see it live or directly. Oh, look at that. That looks very something. Oh no, I'm logged out. I guess I have to change my screen for a little while because I have to sign in. And I don't want to share my my things, of course. Let's see. And it's back again. Oh no, Angie. There's our AI. So, because it didn't do what I wanted, we can still make the changes ourselves, right? So that should be fine. Let's change this to a very dark. The secondary. I don't know where the secondary is. Can keep it as is. This one should be ever so slightly darker. And I want a brighter orange. Ooh, like this. This looks very orangey, right? By the way, if you haven't used it yet, oh, I should share my screen, right? If you haven't used it yet, I really recommend using the side settings for the global colors, because then you can change everything in one place. If you haven't done that yet, please start using it now. It will make your life so much easier. And we can add custom colors even here if you would like to. And now it has changed everywhere where we have used the colors, you see? So here the blue color was used, now it's black. And for here as well, for the stars as well. Transform your ideas into reality. Provides everything you need to bring your vision to life. Enjoy design flexibility. Well, this is very awesome. The problem with AI, I'm very curious. Thank you for joining Awakaba. Awakaba. This is very nice name too. The problem with AI is you still have to come up with something, because it's gonna come up with something worse. Yeah, that's true. That's always true. If you give small and simple tasks, it won't matter that much, I guess, right? If you can really hone in what you want for this section, for example, we can add it with AI. I approve. Let's go all in on Elementor AI. But look at that. That's nice. Simplify language. Can we say what we want to do as well? New prompt. Describe the text and tone you want. I want to use this text. Where's my AI now? Text generated by AI may be inaccurate or offensive. Alright, that's a very good thing to know. We want to do a new prompt. So this is the text. This is the text. Change the text in the text box to be more personalized on how Elementor MCP saves you time. But with AI, you always need to do a check. You need to check if everything is in there what you would like to, if it is the right messaging, the right tone of voice, and if not, you need to adjust the AI. It's not, in my experience, it's never that you can just run AI and that everything is according to your needs. So be aware of that. Understand that it's a conversational artificial intelligence, so you need to be talking to it as you're talking to a junior, or in my case, my kids. You need to explain them step by step what they are looking at. So yeah, I really recommend that I'm doing here as well. So very good point. You need to come up with something, yeah, and it's okay to use the first version from AI with just something that AI spits out, right? I mean, you need to start somewhere, and if you don't have anything else you can start with, then let AI generate your first version and then iterate on that the next time you have time to do that, because adding personality and things that are missing, like design elements or some hierarchy that can be added, is always a nice welcome. So in here, I would also adjust this, because I think the eyebrow, as it's called, is a little bit higher. And I also like to remove the padding that's there. So we can go in there. And usually those are the very easy things to do. So we can add 0. I want this to be 0 pixels. I also don't want any padding by default. The content width can be a little bit lengthier nowadays. I don't know by heart what the usual length is. And this looks good enough, right? And now that's in there, we can change the gap here manually, which makes more sense. So we can do 1 EM, or maybe even smaller, half an EM. Ooh, that's very big. Forgot about that. If you want to type in 0.5, you're not able to do that. So what I usually do is type in 05 and then add a dot in there to separate it for the amount of spacing that I want. And look at that, that looks a little bit better, right? Now the buttons are still ugly. I think this is a very nice first version that you could have. The logos will be added, and we have all the sections. We can just publish this. And if you're curious about this one, I can leave this up for a week and then it will be removed. So you can check out the link to what AI has generated for us and get some ideas. Let's see. Let's go back to WordPress, because it also said that it could do things in Gutenberg. And that's also something that I love to try out, of course. So here we have Gutenberg. Let's see if we can ask to create a few sections. Create a hero section. Hero section in Gutenberg. That's usually the main thing where you're starting. And also does add the blocks for me. Now it goes wrong, I guess, because it can't select the layout that it wants. Oh, it does that. I wonder how this works, because with we can test out Perplexity as well, Comet, to see what it does. I'm very curious to the how it looks. It has been created in Gutenberg here with the subline. Yeah, and everything is in one row. Right. Let's make it more difficult. Let's remove everything and ask it create a hero section, a 2-column hero section, where there is a 2-column hero section with 1 column having the heading, subheading and lead. That's what it's called, right? Lead, and a CTA button. And the other column should have an image. I'm curious, how will this be? How will this go? And I don't know if this will hurt it, but we're going to do this anyway. Add another page and ask Perplexity to do the same thing. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. There we go. Because Perplexity can basically do the same thing. Create a 2-column here. A section in WordPress Gutenberg. Looks like Angie is done. Do this for me on this page. And as you can see, now it has a blue edge, so it does the AI things for me. I didn't press the blocks, it just opened it. And it can see the block inserter. Let's make it bigger. And this is really fun, as you can see. It will try to add the things that we need. You can see your whole page coming to life. And if you don't like it, you can post a comment and do the changes yourself. So this is really funny to do. I've done this a few times for the content. Now, is this the fastest way of doing it? I don't think so. But is it fun? Heck yeah. I will put this right here. And look at that. It has Angie has created our heading as well, but we don't have the content, so we can ask it edit hero content. And then let's have a look. Oh dear, it messed up. It has removed the heading. has changed significantly. It appears the column blocks and heading are no longer there. Oh no. Document, I can see document overview. There's only one paragraph. All right, can you see the undo button? Because you can undo things. Yes, it does. There it is again. This is pretty awesome. I can watch this for ages, and that's what we are going to do. No, I'm kidding. So I shall move you a little bit to the side. And here we have Angie also working on another page where they have added Elementors and text for the hero section. Look at that, we can pick from the library. Maybe you should ask Angie to add an image. Hey Bogdan, how are you doing? A very nice demo that you showed today with the page builder. I'm very curious to test that out as well when you are feeling confident enough that it can be shown on live stream. Luckily, this is the most watched live stream, so you should be safe right here. I'm really liking. Have you tried it out, by the way, Bogdan, yourself, to do these kinds of things for letting AI? It's getting stuck here for creating your website. Again, the heading has disappeared. Let's undo quickly. What is your opinion about the impact of AI? Are we in a bubble? Do we expect too much of it from AI? My opinion of AI. I think AI is great. It's still learning, right? As you can see, there are a lot of things that are not ready yet. And that's still going to improve in the upcoming years. I mean, the biggest example, if you ask me, is Will Smith eating spaghetti. And if you see the first video that was made about 1 or 2 years ago, is wildly different from what we have today. I do expect that we are in a bubble, but it's not stopping yet. So it's still growing because there are a lot of things that are being made. However, this is also very heavily depending on the economy of America, if I remember correctly, because the biggest ones, OpenAI and Gemini and Copilot, are all models that are based in America. So if this is a bubble and there's too much money going in and too little money coming in from people paying for the services, where the expenses are too high, then I guess at a certain point you will see that it will get harder. So are we in an AI bubble? Quite possibly. And do we expect too much from AI? At this point, we can expect too much from AI, but you are able to adjust it. I reckon that if you do tiny tasks and do them over and over again, it gets better. Well, I'm using AI to create a website builder. That's awesome. So you made it all with AI. I really like that, Bogdan. And that was one of the experiments what I was thinking about as well. Can we create a website builder using AI? I think you have you used Cursor or have you used Copilot? Which model did you use within your IDE? I am assuming that you're using an IDE. Do you think people overestimate the capabilities and put too much trust into tech? For sure. Yeah. At this point in time, yes, you do need to know what security issues could be and how you can adjust it. Just like this, running a AI browser, that's a very huge security risk, especially when you're working with privacy heavy data. For instance, if you're working for a municipality, then using AI, you need to be very careful and wary of what kind of data you will share, because it will be, although they say we're privacy aimed, how much are they privacy aimed, right? You need to be wary of that. So yeah, people do have too much trust in the technology, and security issues are without a doubt there. So you need to always review it. Well, I review its shit carefully. Yeah, I would do that as well. The AI slob. Neofim. Ah, okay. Open code, GPT or Claude. Open code CLI. Since we're talking, I see that our assistant just can't get there. So thank you, Perplexity, for trying at least. But you're stuck in a loop. Let's go back here. And Angie, on the other hand, did a great job of adding it. Although I would say that this is very big and this is very small, so it didn't adjust the settings right here. Maybe this should not be an H5, but it should actually be a paragraph in Elementor, and that can be made thick. And the typography could be small instead of as big as it was. And in here, we could also add another group, just like an Elementor. And drag those two in. There we go. Let's see, stack. Let's go there. So even for code snippets, I use it regularly for code snippets, but I always check what it has made and check if there are some vulnerabilities in there, but also if it's outdated PHP code, because that can just happen. So yeah, and if you ask to generate code, try to ask specifically what kind of PHP version do you want to use, or what kind of WordPress version do you use, and what are the hooks that are available. And sometimes it doesn't know, then you need to add the documentation to make sure that everything is working as expected. Use the proper HTML cleaning, escaping, sanitizing, that sort of things. And GPT is good for planning, and Sonnet Haiku is cheaper for implementing. Ah, good to know. It's considered AI is considered in new builder. The data is arbitrary HTML CSS, so AI will be able to navigate. That's really awesome, and that's one of the reasons why I really like the Edge builder. It is a in between something like Elementor, which is this, right? Just designing the pages and coding it yourself. And being able to do that and code really faster and making use of the latest CSS, because wow, damn, I love creating things in CSS. It's amazing what you can do with that. There are two guys that I follow, Adam Argyle and Jay. Follow them if you want to see amazing things of CSS. They are really the go-to guys. That show everything. I will put it in here. And also Jay Thompson. It's fine. Jay, you can Google it yourself. Those two are my main guys. And Kevin Powell, of course, for CSS. But those two show amazing things that you can do with CSS. So that's awesome. I think the market will have a rude awakening when things don't work out the way C-level imagines. Yeah, I think so too. If at some point you will, for them, it's usually money, right? And if money doesn't come in, or not enough money is coming in, flowing in, then, and if so, the point they will pull the plug, because then it's not reasonable to keep it alive. Yeah, but looks like it has done a great job of making things. And now that we are doing this in Elementor with Angie, let's see what Telex does. Oh, we need to sign in. All right, I need to switch screens. Talked with Adam about new builder yesterday. Ah, awesome. You know the guy? Oh, he's really kind. About new builder. And what did he say about the new builder? I'm very curious. Yeah, and the thing is, you have no clue about technology at all. Yep, for sure. I see a lot of people just creating things using an AI without thinking of the consequence it could have. For example, security, but also that the things that they are creating is using outdated code. Because AI knows the whole web, it knows the past very well. It doesn't mean that it also knows the current situation or the future, right? If something new comes up or it's planned for the next version of PHP, for example, then it won't do anything with that. Rad. He's rad. Generating and then readme text. I'll create a beautiful 2-column hero section. Block view with a heading, subheading, lead text, CTA button, and a image column. This will be a dynamic and customizable block that you can easily configure from the editor. And this is where I get a little bit confused, because Telex lets you create blocks, but this feels more like a pattern to me, right? Our hero section is a pattern, and that you want to reuse on pages, but also the reason why I would say it isn't a block is because the block itself should be a core or essential thing. Web anagram or anagramma? Anagramma, what you think? I think those are words. But you were asking on X, right? How should I call it? Web anagram or anagramma? I think anagramma is easier to say, but it sounds like grandmother. So anagramma and web anagram is really hard to pronounce if you ask me. But for your first version and first branding, you could just go with either of them, right? And then if needed, you can still change in the future. I'm not a fan of that. And grandma. You're turning into Santa Claus. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. It's anagram in Italian. I didn't know. Sorry. But it matters what type of people you want to communicate to as well, right? That's why I try to pick as much English names as I can, text reviews. I also have a website, Lex for UX. And also have 2 Dutch websites, Kleine Zak and kleinezaakje.nl, because they are speaking to the people that are using them and knowing how they pronounce things and thinking about it is very important. Look at this. It's a nice hero section. It did a very well job. Can we change things? We can change things. Doesn't matter. It even has some colors. Nice call to action with a button up there, and we can add a image as well. But what we can't do, and that's the thing that I hate actually, what we can't do is now make changes to this. If I want to make it look different, it's not possible to do that. For example, I want to change the order of these two because they should be under this section and then have a order of 1, because then the HTML hierarchy is as it should be, and then we can change this. But we have an editor right here, so we can ask to change the block. Can we create a pattern instead of a block? And let's ask it. Hey Dave, how are you doing? It's nice that you're here. Thank you, and I hope you are had a nice day. You've been working today, if I remember correctly. English is harder for SEO uniqueness. That's very true. I'm trying to look at renaming my YouTube channel, but I couldn't come up with a different brand or brand name, so I'm sticking to it for a while, unless I am I know what different kind of name I want to give it. But yeah, you should just look at. You did a video with Lex, right? Ooh, that's a very long time ago. Maybe we should do a live stream again. It was fun. Dave took over my my stream then, and he joined some other time again. But now I'm using a different kind of software for co-streaming, so that will be better, I guess. However, I understand you create instead of a custom block. However, I'm specifically designed to create WordPress blocks, not block patterns. Ah, I know. Could you create a Gutenberg layout for it instead of a pattern or block? Yeah, we didn't stream again. I felt like since the early days. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's true. And found you guys very informative. Yeah, we should do a stream again, Dave. We are planning actually to do that with Dave, Jimmy, and me as well. Because we three are WordPress geeks or nerds or whatever you should call it. And maybe we can just pick a topic and talk about it, and don't be awkward around it. I'm trying to do this live stream on Tuesdays again, but I don't know if it's possible to do so because the home renovations didn't go well, and now luckily my girlfriend can sit behind the TV right here. She's now showering, but yes, you can see here's the TV. And there's our couch, and usually she's just around the corner. But I don't know how much time she will feel fit to do that. But yeah, I think we have explored Angie and Telex enough. We and also Perplexity AI. We have an AI live stream. That's awesome. It was awesome to see that we could create something in Elementor, something in Gutenberg as well with Angie, just using an MCP inside of your WordPress website, and that's really awesome. I can recommend to just try it out. It's free for now, so try and use it and understand how you can prompt, because it will make you a better developer, if you ask me. And you also understand the limitations of AI that it has right now, because it's not perfect by far, but it will get you started. So if you have blank canvas anxiety, by all means, just use this. And I think that's it for today. I'd love to, you guys got me into that stuff. Awesome. Let's brainstorm live soon. Yeah, let's do that. Can do stream together again. Thanks for the stream. I'm off to purchase. Awesome. We finally convinced Jimmy to cut back on Elementor again. Yeah, that was the goal of the stream. No, I'm kidding. Thank you all for watching. Maybe we can look at something for Edge next time. Ooh, I created something awesome. I think it's awesome. I created a marquee effect using CSS only. And it's not perfect. It's not there yet. I'm fine tuning it. If you want to see it, you can now see it on techies.review. It has been rebuilt in Edge. And this is what I have so far. It's not the most beautiful thing, but it's a start, right? If you want to get started with something, you just need to get started. And that's what I've done right here. And trusting in the iterative process. You will see things, you will make changes along the way, and then make changes to your website, because yeah, it's a living, breathing thing. And as always, keep designing. Thank you all for watching. Jimmy, Dave for joining, Awakamba and Bogdan. Would love to test out your web builder, by the way, if I can do that. And yeah, see you around.